Hello, YouTube. So I know my intros are like pretty shitty. I'm gonna try to get better at that. Honestly, I feel like right now I'm kind of making this shit like as if I already have an audience, but I fucking don't. I got 13 views in the last video, but I mean I got one subscriber and one like that was other than my like. So thank you, whoever that was. Uh, but yeah, uh, I'm kind of just learning this shit as it goes, trying to look at the camera more because I know that would look like I'm looking at you, not me on the screen. This is me looking at me. It's me looking at you. So, yeah. But I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about today, so I figured I'd just kind of do like kind of journal type video or kind of just like talk about shit that's going on right now in my life. Not in too much detail, but yeah. So, what I wanted to talk about was I am watching this movie right now called Waves. I'm in the middle of it. It was recommended to me by this kid in my class, and it is, yeah, it's really disturbing, but it was weirdly relatable. Um, in some ways, of course, the main character, is a complete terrible person, monster, but it's interesting, and I can relate a lot to him in certain things, like I used to be a wrestler, but then I got a labrum tear injury. I think his is worse than mine, but mine's still pretty bad that I quit wrestling because of that. Like, so I get this thing called partial dislocation, which is basically when the shoulder like comes out of the socket, but then it slips back in, and it's not very fun. That would happen to me like every couple of times in practice, and my shoulders would also just ache like crazy. And it would not be wrestling just wasn't fun anymore, so I had to stop. And I was kind of a rough time. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to just being a chud until like I don't know until I started learning the guitar, honestly, and I started putting more work into my mental health. But yeah, and I didn't really care too much about going back to wrestling because I don't really like my wrestling coach. I didn't really like him. Um, so I didn't really care about, doing the PT to help my shoulder. So there was two options, either do PT for the rest of my life or get the shoulder surgery, and I didn't feel like doing either. And honestly, I should have just gotten the surgery like a long time ago, but I didn't, and now it's end of junior year, and getting the surgery now. Probably won't be able to wrestle for senior year, which sucks, but that's just life, I'm probably gonna do jujitsu or some other kind of combat sport because that is another one of my passions, just fighting, It's fun. I think this movie perfectly encapsulates what it's like to go through a sports injury, especially with something that you love. And the thing is, I'm not really sure this guy even really loved wrestling, but he definitely had trauma, some trauma from his dad, honestly. I'm not going to say it was his dad's fault with the stuff that he did in the movie. I'm not going to spoil the video. You should go watch it, though. It's $4 to rent on Amazon. Uh, but yeah, it. I think his dad and his coach and people around him kind of just pushed him a bit too hard to the brink where he had these like unrealistic expectations of himself, and I don't think that's how you should raise a kid or coach a kid, um in my opinion. In my opinion, that's not how my parents raised me, and that's not how I plan on raising my kids. I want to love from afar, and I want to make sure that they can keep trust everything with me, you know? They can talk to me about anything. They can be whatever they want. They don't have to fit in a box that I made for them, you know? Like in the movie, the guy's 18 years old and his dad is like making him go to church with him, and he doesn't seem like he wants to be there, you know? I don't think you should make your kid go to church with you if he doesn't want to be there. That's my opinion though. But yeah, I'm interested to learn more about psychology and stuff like that in my life so I can kind of analyze these movies better. Uh, because that's what I like to do. Sometimes I like to just, I was an alarm to take out the trash and I still haven't done it. It's 10:11 after this video. But yeah, I I think it's interesting how some people work. It's really interesting, you know. I know a lot of interesting characters in my life. Like people just act like cartoon characters sometimes, and it's really interesting to see. Um, really interesting to see. Even some of my closest friends, you know. It's interesting. Also, this guy, you know, he takes everything so fucking seriously. Like, but he's in high school. You know, that's the thing about high school. We all take things. Um, everyone's everything seems so much more important than it really is. And I feel like I already learned that from switching from one school to another because I used to be in one school and I thought like, "Oh my God, like kids at this school hate me, like everything sucks, like my whole world sucks, everyone hates me." And then I went to another school and I'm not gonna say they love me, but I mean it's much bigger, so there's more people to choose from, but I have found many friends and many connections, and that's just something you gotta know if you're my age or younger specifically. Because I mean, people my age are more mature, I think, than kids in lower grades. Um, but and we already kind of know that, but stuff right now is not as it seems. I'll say that, nothing nothing whatever drama you have going on right now is not going to matter in 10 years from now, like unless you have a kid like the guy in the movie. Don't fucking knock anyone up. It's a bad idea. I mean, if you do, good luck to you. Good luck to you. So, I think personally, if you want to live a happy life, it's really just as simple as appreciation. Looking around it and being appreciated of every single little thing possible. You know, like right now, am, I feel like the most lucky person in the world because I'm sitting in a chair that my parents got for me at a table, the laptop that my parents got for me. I'm so blessed, and I'm under a roof with air conditioning. That you always got to be thankful for what you have, and you'll go far. You just have to be thankful to the universe if you don't believe in God, or to God. You have to be thankful to the world. And once you do that, you'll find peace within yourself. And you'll be able to be thankful to yourself for living the life you want to live. and you'll know what kind of life you want to live by what things you're thankful for, you know? So I really want to get back to my movie. Um, but it was a pleasure. And yeah, I kept this one a little bit short today, but I just want to kind of stick to the daily upload, and it was getting pretty late. It's 10:20. Last night I uploaded at like 12 o'clock, but like whatever. I want to try to upload a little bit earlier. Maybe make videos in the morning when I have a fucking normal wake up schedule. Over the summer for sure I'll be grinding videos. Uh, I'm gonna work on my intros. Gonna make sure I can bring more people into this channel. Because right now, honestly, I'm kind of just talking to myself. Uh, 13 viewers isn't a lot, but who knows. Maybe consistency will work. Maybe figuring out a good intro. I don't know. You know, my one other subscriber, you're in this with me. Shout out to you. Uh, but yeah, if you did watch this whole video, thank you so much. I don't know why you would even do that. I mean, I do. Uh, it's interesting to just hear someone talk in the background while you're doing something. That's kind of why I'm doing this. If you want to just keep me in the background while you're doing chores or something, or like working out, you do that. I kind of want to be that kind of person for somebody. Like my favorite YouTuber, Horse Meat. I like him a lot. But yeah, all right. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, and like the video, please, and subscribe, please. It's the only time I'll say it. Good night.